with our May book nook. I've got some really cute books I'm excited to share with you this month. This one is titled Little Owl's Love. And this is by Divya Srinivasan. I apologize. I have to look up the author's and illustrator's name every time, but it doesn't stay in my head. She's lovely. This is a sequel to Little Owl's Night, which is one of my favorite books. I use that book in story time a lot. So this book has the same main character, Little Owl, the same distinctive illustrations, which I love. And so Little Owl's Love is about one moonlight night. Little Owl flies through his forest home and begins to see and sense his favorite things in the room. This is a quiet, heartfelt, transcendent love letter to the natural world and all that we hold dear in it. So I'm definitely seeing lots of leaves and a cave full of snores. Oh, I think I see some possums. Little Owl is one of my favorite quiet characters. So that's one. The next book I wanted to share with you is Basketball Dreams. So this is from NBA All-Star Chris Paul. It's an inspirational book about chasing your basketball dreams and the lessons he learned both off and on the court from his beloved grandfather, Papa Chili. Now, the illustrator of this book is Courtney Lovett, and the illustrations are nice and clear. I love that. I love the story of basketball. It's a great story when somebody like me who's not super interested in sports gets engaged. So I know it's got a good hook. And at the back, of course, is information and photographs of Chris and his grandfather. All right. The next book I want to share with you is titled Cut. And I was drawn to this book. I love the book Painting with Scissors about Matisse. And this is a book about Lottie Reiniger and how she and scissors revolutionized animation, especially in the film industry. So Lottie was an artist, and from the time that she was a young girl, she told stories with scissors by cutting out paper silhouettes. Lottie grew up to make movies, and she used photography in her paper silhouettes to create animated films. She was an inventor. She invented a new kind of camera for this filmmaking process, and she ended up making history. The author of this book is C.E. Winters, and the illustrator is Matt Shue. And I love the drawings, the illustrations of some of the things that she invented. I love talking about film history. Stop motion. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time. Here she is cutting out silhouettes. So this is an interesting story about how we can use paper and scissors to create all sorts of fantastic art. The next book is Agatha May and the Anglerfish. This book is written by Nora Morrison and Jessie Ann Foley and illustrated by Micah Ernica Song. I love the crayons. Love that right there. So Agatha May is not your typical A+ student. Her desk is a mess and she spends more time doodling and daydreaming than studying. But when she gets the chance to give a report on her favorite sea creature, the anglerfish, another one of my favorites too, Agatha May discovers a passion for research and an exciting new dream for her future. Now, this is told in captivating verse and is actually quite a bit of fun and full of fishy facts. And it's also the story of people who a person who marches to the beat of their own drum. I love the end of the story when Agatha May is giving her presentation to her class, showing all the things that she's learned from her research on anglerfish. The next book is not a newly published book by any means. but it is one that I've used a few times at the library. It's just like Rube Goldberg. And I may have actually mentioned this before, I don't know. But the incredible true story of the man behind the machines. So if you are into some STEM projects and you are interested in making those very overcomplicated machines, this is a great story about the man who made them popular. And my last book Nook selection today is titled The Moon Tonight, Our Moon's Journey Around the Earth. And this was written by Jung Chang Hoon and illustrated by Jane Ho, and it's a blue dot book. And the illustrations in this book are beautiful, in my opinion. So every night on Earth, we can look up and marvel at our moon as it waxes and wanes across the night sky. It is an experience we share across cultures and continents. So through the eyes of a father-daughter duo, The Moon Tonight explores the science behind the moon's phases and the 29.5-day lunar cycle with that same sense of wonder. Now, Jung Chang Hoon is an astronomer, and this book does have some pretty easy to follow scientific explanations, especially the first and last quarter moons, tides, and more. But I mean, just look at this. I'm going to be back into the story. It's absolutely beautiful. I just love it. So if you guys are interested in the moon and learning more about the moon, or just seeing some absolutely beautiful illustrations of the moon and all its phases, you might want to check out The Moon Tonight. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this book nook. Oh, it'll be summer before you know it, so hopefully I'll see you back here in June and July with some summer reads. Thank you so much.